everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm your host, Deeper Jungle, and today I'm going to be doing a story about how I used to play Inverted. Alright, so hello everyone. Today I'm going to be playing a live commentary of Domination on Nuketown. And yeah, if you're wondering what Inverted is, it's basically if you go to the settings of Black Ops 3 or any Call of Duty game, you can go and click on Look Inversion. Now, Look Inversion, what it basically does is, let's say you're looking around and you're playing Call of Duty. If you look down, you're actually going to look up, and if you look up, you're actually going to look down. And I actually used to play that way. Okay, just 1 second. And I actually used to play that way. I used to go and play with the look inversion selected. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to be talking about my story about how I used to play with look inversion selected. And just so you know, I actually don't play that way anymore. You'll hear later in the story about why I don't play that way. And man, I'm actually getting quite a few kills this game. Doing pretty well, although that the game is going to wrap up right now. Also, one thing that I want to say is that my nose is slightly plugged up right now, so that means I might sound a little bit weird in this video, but hopefully it's not too much. But yeah, this story basically goes back all the way to around 2013, and at that time I was playing a lot of airplane games. I mean, when I mean airplane games, I don't mean like the simulators, you know, like how basically pilots trade on how to fly airplanes. No, I wasn't playing those. I was playing more arcade style ones, whereas basically you just fly the airplane and you shoot stuff and things like that. And the games I actually played were called the Air Conflict series. You might have heard of it. And the first game that I played, and that was in 2013, and that was Air Conflict Secret Wars. And it's probably, if let's say you go to like GameStop or something like that, you can probably pick it up for like $10 or something like that. And it basically was released in like 2010, and you fly a bunch of different airplanes during World War II. It's a pretty interesting game, and if let's say you have some time, I would recommend playing it. But that's a little bit off of the point of this video. And yeah, I used to play that game quite a bit. If you didn't know, it was inverted. So that means if you want to fly up, like let's say you want to fly up into the air, you had to pull your right stick on your controller down. And you had to do that. If you want to go down, like you want to put the end of your airplane towards the ground, you have to go take your right stick and you have to push that one down for you to go up, and up if you want to go down. And that's how a lot of airplane games are, and that's how I used to play it. And it wasn't until August of 2013 where I actually got to play Call of Duty for the first time. At that point, I didn't play multiplayer. I didn't even have Xbox Live or anything like that. I just played the Call of Duty 2 campaign, which honestly is actually a pretty good campaign. And I just played the Call of Duty 2 campaign, and in the options of that game, you actually could play inverted. Like you would go through the first mission and they'll say, would you like to play inverted, yes or no? And I would choose yes, because at that point the only games that I really played were all inverted, because they were airplane shooter games and stuff like that. So I decided to choose yes, and then I would play through the Call of Duty 2 campaign. And also I got another game from the Air Conflict series, which was released in 2013, and that was Air Conflict Vietnam. And basically the same thing, except it would take place in Vietnam, and you also got to fly helicopters, which was pretty neat. And yeah, I just used to play inverted, and then it wasn't until Christmas 2013 when I actually got Modern Warfare 3 and a couple of other older Call of Duty games, and that's when I stopped playing inverted, because Modern Warfare 3, when you started up the campaign, it didn't have the same option. It didn't say, would you like to play inverted? And I didn't know how to go to the options and actually play inverted. And if I actually knew, I probably would have played inverted. I might have been playing inverted all the way to today, but I didn't know how to change the options button, so I just played normal, as in you look up and you look up in game, you look down and you look down in the game. And that's how I really started playing non-inverted. It took a little while for me to actually get used to that. I would be running around, and then I just stare at the ground for a little bit, and then I realized, oh, okay, well, look up. I gotta go and look up and not look down. And it was not that fun right at the beginning because I had to get used to it. But after a little while, I got used to it, and now I don't play inverted anymore. And on some airplane games, I actually do play inverted. Like, for example, when I was actually playing Battlefield 1, the airplanes in Battlefield 1, they're automatically set to be inverted. You can change that, and I actually changed it in Battlefield 4, but I actually would fly the airplanes inverted. So it would play like how some of the older airplane games that I used to play would fly the airplanes. And yeah, that's basically my story on how I used to play Inverted. And yeah, I thought it sounded kind of like an interesting story that I could tell you. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.